Hey guys, I just want to take this moment and talk to you for a sec. I just got a message come through that was like, so, say tarot, right? Say all these cards are like 22. All these cards are like the devil, death, all the things that are actually great. I heard eye-openers. Say there's all that shit, but you have all the aces underneath all that muck. And like the Three of Cups and Justice and, the Hierophant, you know what I mean? All these good cards, these awesome cards, but in the midst of it all, there's a bunch of fuckery and disruption and fuckery, right? Like the Tower, things like that, 101. But you got the Lovers in there, and you have the Aces, and you have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. I just saw 111 when I said that. I pulled cards out, and it was just like, I had every ace show up. I didn't really have too much fuckery in there, but the message that came, and on top of the Ten of Cups, or on top of the Ten of Pentacles, on top of the Ten of Cups, I flipped up, bam, and threw a card down, and it was the fucking Ten of Pentacles on top of that, you know what I mean? So what they wanted me to say is, like, even though there's all this other shit, the underlying part, you have to remember, but what matters amongst all that fuckery was all those aces. And justice. You know what I mean? And that. You know what I'm saying? You made it through the muck. You got all those aces. So one thing I thought was really cool, and I'll put this down here so you guys can, oh man, I don't know if you guys can see it. Come on. Bend, motherfucker, bend. Let's see if we could, if you could, damn. Hang on. Never mind. I couldn't get it proper. I wanted to show you, So I'm doing this like this. Right? And then flipping a card up. First card. 303, It's stuff like this. For me, and since I'm mentioning it, it's going to be for someone else too. Instead of letting them flip out, or flip out, right? Goes with what I was just about to say. When they flip out, there's, you got to remember there's a whole nother realm alongside ours of the unseen that we can't see, generally, right? Unless they want to be seen. But when we do this, and then we flip it over, none of this can go on. Maybe that's why something comes to your intuition. This is for the readers, I guess. Something comes to your intuition, but the card that comes out, you're like, why is it opposite of what I was thinking before, 4/16, Mike's birthday. Happy birthday, Michael. I was kidding. There may be a King of Swords. Somebody who's in their head, somebody who's analytical, I'm not going to say, or an air sign, but I'm going to say somebody who carries on that King of Swords energy, no matter what their fucking sign is. Leave sign out of it, because there's people, you don't even know what their sign is, but 444, but, could play a significant part. So they're saying, somebody carries whatever the King of Swords represents. It's an air sign, so thoughts maybe. Standing up on a bench speaking. Out on a corner with a blowhorn. One of those things. You know. I heard pleading your case. Then you got the lovers. And you got the devil. Ew, let's see. Chained to something. Chained to something, possibly. Could be a Capricorn or whatever, you know. It just looks like your other self. Your other self. The devil's in the details. Your other self, right? The devil part's the human, the part that's in the flesh, because this is the devil's playground. Looking at it differently. Intuition, cards, images, everything is meant up, thank you, for interpretation. There's more meaning behind one thing. You're the king of the mountain. There's nobody there. They're just, the wands are just sitting there. They're leaning up against the cliff, against the rock, against the foundation. What are you battling? Yourself. Well, stop. There's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I could face it again. Can't stop now. You took these 3 wands, I was going to say 717 swords, and you were handed the sword of all swords, which conquers everything, and the crown. And you get to grow stuff. And you got some seeds. 6 seeds to plant. By the hand of, you know, that came out of nowhere. But all the white around it, you know. You get seeds. That's what they're showing me. Seeds, water, mountains. You got everything you need. You have the seeds to grow. You'll even start with something. And you wear the crown. And you hold the sword of truth. You are life itself. You can sustain yourself. There's other humans somewhere out there. Across the ocean. But you'll make it through. Oh, yeah. Right? Here there's water and mountains. Then you're handed something else, right? Because you got all these other, because you had already, you have the knowledge, the crown chakra, right? With the, you know, the sword. You got seeds. You already have some greenery. So you have something to start with. Water, right? Now you're moving on to land. You got the wand. Look, it's sprouting. The seeds, they're sprouting. Now you're on land. You're still by water. You can grow things. You can harvest. You build something. You go across the land and you build something else. Okay? Under the moon. Everywhere you go, building foundations, showing people, learning that even where there's barren land and nothing can grow there, you're like, yeah, it can, which calls judgment on the ones who say, that try to oppress, moving over water, over seas, from land to land, building foundations, growing things. Balancing the scales. Showing them, you know, pentacles, money doesn't mean shit. Money comes and goes. Money is controlled. But what grows on this earth? To live, listen to me, to live grows from the earth. Okay? Teaching the people how to build a foundation from the earth itself. Only taking what's needed from the trees or what's already on the ground and building from that, not destroying to fulfill, to make money, cutting down trees just to make paper and money. There's other ways you can grow hemp. It'd be way better. But who's got the strength to do that? Who wears that crown? Going against the world, against the devilish things. Oh God, now we got all kinds of nakedness everywhere. Can't do it. Where's the crown? God gave you that fucking wand. Where is it? You already carry the wand of your family, of your generation, of your community, of your wherever you're at. You sit on the fucking throne because it was given to you. Why? Because you were in hell with the devil and you won. Now you get to come out of the abyss into the world to create because you're the son. God gave you that at the very beginning. Creating something out of nothing, out of what they said can't be done. You are the judgment, but it's not damning. The light is not damning. The gods, the ones who created, call them reptilian, archon, call them whatever the you want to call them. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. All that matters is what you fucking do. Please, get that. Fucking bring it on. They can do whatever you fucking want to me. I freed my soul. I win today, bitch. Not you. I win. I'm walking away. Peace out. And I'm taking some swords with me. For the people that come along the path. Knighting them, so to speak. It doesn't have to be swords for fighting. Yeah. I freed myself. I'll make a throne. Not a throne. We'll make something out of those swords. We'll melt them down and make pretty rings or make things that need to be done. You know, we'll take those swords, all of these that had me trapped, and we're going to make something out of it. La la la. Taking the sword, doing it my way, happily, gaily. The sun and the star. Look at all that water. Pouring the cup for the masses, for the rest of them. A crown of 7 stars. The 7-star crown. With the sun in the middle. There's always one in the middle. There's 3 on each side. There's the 3, right? You have the king and the queen of wands. So whoever you are, take king out of it, take queen out of it, take what a king is, a male, right? Take that out of it. Don't be a fool. But yeah, be a fool. Take that out of it. You're on a fool's journey. You're on a fool's journey. You know what the fool's journey is? It's what I'm talking about. It's say, take the king out of it. Did we have the king? King of wands, queen of wands, right? Taking the male figure. Whatever human you are that's been past this, for this, whether it's your queen or it's your king or it's your divine partner, it'll be a divine partner as a human. Let's take all the fuckery out of it. The things that they use just for money purposes just to keep people working and not waking up. If you're so busy and distracted by paying all your bills and trying to keep up with the Joneses, rather than just living life, the world is the pinnacle. You're here to live on earth. 2 feet down, 10 toes down, 20 toes completely. 20 toes completely. That makes no sense. There's got to be somebody else, like there's someone there with you. The heart and the head in cohesion and coherence. I keep saying cohesion, but together in perfect harmony. Da-da-da-da's the queen. Ba-da-da. So we're going to take this story and go, that sounds great. We love that story. I mean, yeah. But get out of your head. Can't you see what's all around you? That's the point of all of this. That's the point of all of this. Looking past of what you see. Looking past of what you see. And knowing. You got to be able to see the hand through the clouds. A leg up. An eagle eye view. La 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 la. You know? Gaily. La la la. Skipping along. Da 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 da. Oh my gosh. There's a hand coming out of the clouds. Oh my gosh. Where'd that door come from? There's a whole nother world out there. It's beautiful. Are you following the signs from heaven? As the hand from heaven coming down. Showing you there's a way. And it's right here. It all grows right here. You need the sun, you need water, you need land. Poof, there it is. Poof, there it is. You need sun, water, and earth. Sun, water, and earth is all we need to survive. That's it. To live. Sun, water, earth to live. That's it. From that, we can make anything we want. You know why? Because the animals were already planted here. Planted here. Planted here. Say what? The fucking, there's a fish talking to me in that cup. Everything's been planted here, including us, for us to live. There's people who want us to feel like we're in survival mode, fighting for scraps that's not even worth shit. We're fighting for things that aren't even real. Oh yeah, the food's real, la la la. But you call judgment on you to get you out of it. It's all you. The sun, the earth, and water is all we need. And here comes judgment. So judgment popped out by flipping them. Well, let's do this, remember? We're not leaving it by chance. We're doing it only controlled by our human. And when we take control of our human, what just came out? Cups. And you know that because you're like, that's right. 9 cups. 9 districts. 9 countries. I deliver that. Freedom! From the bondage. There's water everywhere under this earth as well. Under the crust. There's an endless supply under us. We just have to tap it. We just have to tap it. under the guise, under the watching eye of fuckery, under the illusion. We do it underground. Nobody knows. From city to city, we travel, we travel. Word travels fast, but not eye to eye. They won't know what hit them. You may look like that, but this is how you really are. Justice, walking justice. Justice under the 9 of swords, of your turmoil, of doing all that, under the illusion of this and this. So, out of 3 cards that are not so great, you would say, but actually are perfect, and they're awesome, and they're meant that way, you also have this. 1, 2, 3. Got to be able to read between the lines, I'm hearing. You know, the devil's in the detail type shit. You know? Let's flip another. Ta-da. What you don't see coming. What you don't see coming because you feel trapped and stuck. What you don't see coming because there's so many things going on in your head. Here comes the sun. Da-da-da. You'll travel, you'll do things, you'll need to do everything you need because you know what? The sun, water, and the earth is all we need to live as human. We make everything from those things. What grows from the earth, what the sun nourishes, which is all of us, every living thing, except those that live under. And water to help it grow, to sustain and nourish, to wash. I'm talking about water. Here comes King of Cups. The red cloaks are coming. Building homes with these sticks. Taking all the bullshit, the shit thrown at it, however you want to look at it, but taking sticks that are laying on the ground and building a shelter. Wow. All of them. Seeing a third world view. Holding one and seeing both sides. The polarity. The left and the right. There is no left and right. There's just in the middle. Which is sun, water, and earth. The ground, the dirt. Going to these places. The water's under the ground. And guess what? We can unearth that. We don't have to make a big spectacle out of it. Because remember, we got to be in the underground. We got to be in the shh place. It's a good thing that I pay attention to my human wants to be sad about everything. That's what it's used to. But instead, knowing that we could take all them sticks and build a foundation. We don't have to have this. That could be a community hall. Or that could be where we all live. We could all have our own little homes. But we do the impossible. The impossible, what they say is impossible because I'm possible and you're possible. And we grow food where we can grow food. And we work together whatever regions we want to live in. And we barter, we trade. They can grow food where they live in their region, and we can grow food where they can't in our region, and we help one another out. There need not be any monopoly money. Monopoly. There's a monopoly. You don't have a choice on where you get your electricity from. It's monopolized. Isn't that the point of the game? Monopoly? But you had a monocle, by the way. The original one. I don't know what fucking world you come from. And Sinbad did play fucking Shazam or whatever the fuck it was. We had the VCR tape of it. We had it. You can't find it now. It doesn't even matter. No one thinks about that anymore. You know why? Because they just throw something else in front of your eyes. You know, I watched a Black Mirror last night where these two guys, they went in this thing they put on the side of their head, and it was a video game, right? And they were having sex in there. And they fell in love, the characters did, in the game, but it was really them, so it's interesting. Life is but a game, sweetheart. So, it's really simple if you break it down to its simplest form. Thank you. The sun, water, and earth. From that sustains life. Those are three things. The animals, the insects, the birds, the fish, all that's already been planted here. They're still living, but not if, you know, we need to help that. We need to bring back the natural fruits and things that have naturally grown on here, because what they're feeding us is not working, bro. They make movies and tell us about it, and we just think it's a great movie. Idiocracy. We think it's a great movie. We think it's a great series, a great show, a great this, but it's really reality. They just dramatize it, make it theatrical. You don't know until you know. Till the last tower falls of Babel. Little Rome, how ye falleth. It's still Rome. We never left it. Okay? Their time has come. Everything's going to be shown. And you know what? Take religion, take all that other shit out of it, and just be a human for a minute. Just be a human. Love yourself. Know that there's three things that keep life here on this planet. And that's the sun, the earth, and water. Angels said so. Namaste.